If you're thinking about moving to Tucson, Arizona, but you're not sure where in Tucson you want to live, hang around with us today because we're going to take you around Northeast Tucson and show you what you can get for your budget. Let's get to it.
Let's go.
If you're new to this channel and you want to learn everything from A to Z about living in Tucson, AZ, then click subscribe and tap that bell for notifications so you can be the first to learn about the current market in Tucson, Arizona. Hi, I'm Jennifer Smith and this is my husband,
Dustin Smith.
And we've helped hundreds of people just like you move to
and from
Tucson, Arizona. So whether you're moving in 12 days, 12 weeks, 12 months, we got you covered. Give us a call, shoot us a text or an email, and let us help you make that smooth move to Tucson, Arizona. All right, so we're over here in our first subdivision, which is going to be Colonia Verde, and I love this subdivision. Like, you drive in here and it's just gorgeous. You have these huge trees, you have desert landscaping, you can see the Catalinas from here, and yet you're close to anything and everything that you could want, right?
Yeah, just a great location for the northeast side, or a great location in Tucson in general.
Oh yeah, you have access to the shopping center that's right here. What else over there?
Grocery shopping, you can just push your own cart over there. I mean, it's not that far at all.
Yeah, Safeway, Walgreens.
Tucson Tamale.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
Gusto, there's that Italian place over there. And close, actually, one of my favorite restaurants when you're in this area is the Eclectic Cafe. If you get a chance, check it out. Our favorite is the sweet and spicy burger. If you like jalapeno poppers, it's basically like a jalapeno popper on a burger. So
yeah, and they're known for just doing unique food items.
Yeah, they have Mexican, American. I mean, it's a mix. It's anything shy of ordinary.
Get bored of the same old flavors, just stop by there and roll the dice on something.
Yeah, absolutely. But you can't go wrong. A lot of dining and shopping options in this area right here. But as far as the neighborhood, so the HOA is a little bit higher in here than what you would traditionally see with your standard, single family community, which there are actually townhomes in here. So if you're wanting to get into this area and you're okay with the townhome, those ones range about $300,000 to $400,000. What we're going to be talking about today, actually, there's a house for $450,000, but the rest of them are all in the $500,000 to $600,000 range in here currently.
Yeah, pretty neat. So like this little area right here is kind of like a cluster. Different spots of the community have different types of housing: townhouses, single family homes. We have about over 2 miles of walking trails that go through the community.
Lighted, right?
They're lighted.
Yeah.
So, the summertime, it's really hard to take advantage of walking trails during the day, but you'll be comfortable going out there, taking the dog for a walk at nighttime. Temperatures drop really fast, so nighttime in the summer are extremely comfortable.
Well, and if you want, if you don't want to walk around the community, right across the street is Udall Park. So we'll pop over there and show you Udall Park. There's a lot to do over there.
Yeah, it's a big park.
Yeah, and the HOA, I know it's higher, but it does actually include water, which is very rare for a single family home community. Usually you'll see that like on townhomes and condos. So over $260 a month, just over right now. But that does include your water. And then there's clubhouse.
Yeah, the rec center, and then 2 heated swimming pools.
Yes, so. And spas, yeah.
So they're working to make that HOA work for the community members here.
Yeah, a nice paved roads through here. They got speed bumps, so everyone kind of keeps the traffic down to a minimum in here too. But as far as houses, so this one behind us that's listed for $450,000 currently, so you could see it gorgeous house. It's cool because this little community, or this little section right here, I should say, it's almost like what you would see with a cul-de-sac, but it's just off the main road and kind of tucked in there, which is really cool. You have mountain views, you have 5 houses right here, and then everything's kind of spread out. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, just over 2,000 square feet. But then just to give you an idea, across the street over here behind me, there's one listed that's also a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, but almost 2,600 square feet. And that one's at $535. So currently in here, most of the homes, like I said, are $500,000 to $600,000, but you can get into something really nice if you don't mind something that's a little smaller than some of the other homes in here. But I mean, 2,000 square feet is still a great size property for $450.
I agree.
So let's roll to the next property. All right, so before we head to the next property, we actually decided to stop over here at Udall Park because it's one of Tucson, especially the north and the east side. It's one of the best parks in the area, in my opinion, and also the largest. This park is over 150 acres.
Yeah, and everything's offered here. They have an indoor rec center over here.
Yeah.
So indoor rec center has an upstairs walking track, basketball courts. It's racquetball in there.
Yeah, racquetball.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yep, and then
and then you have the pool right outside of there, which is nice.
Yeah, awesome outdoor pool. Just a few bucks to go use that stuff. I mean, the rest of the park is essentially free to use. So you do have outdoor walking path. You have a dog park, baseball fields, soccer fields,
playgrounds throughout. The great ones, like one of my favorite is actually over here behind us. It's probably the best playground over in this area.
Yep, and pickleball courts. There's a nice set of pickleball courts. And then the farmer's market.
The farmer's market. Every Friday they have a farmer's market here with over 40 vendors, and that is just really cool. They're all throughout Tucson, but you'll see different days. So a lot of the other farmer's markets are on the weekend. This one is actually on Friday, and the hours vary depending on if it's summer or winter time, but usually they're here like in the morning, like 9, 10 a.m. Until about noon or 1. So
it's a great spot to have the farmers markets. I mean, a lot of these older parks too have all these really tall trees around. And, you know, one of the things we'll talk about at the cons of Tucson area is how hot the summers can be.
Yeah.
So a little bit of respite from that.
Well, and that's what's nice about that indoor walking track. So if you I like to do the outdoor walking track because it's actually like, it's got a lot of very nice scenery, desert scenery. You can see the Catalina Mountains while you're walking, different parts of the track. But when it's 100+ degrees out, you might not want to do that unless you get out really early. So on those days, you can head on in and run or walk on the track in there, which is nice.
All right.
But yeah, let's go head over to our next property.
Rock and roll.
All right, so we are over here in our next community of Vactor Ranch. Now this is a gated community. The houses in here are a little bit newer than the last community that we were just in, with a house we're gonna talk about today being built in 2000. And the HOA is slightly lower, but of course it's not gonna include water in this one. So like I said, that was pretty rare for that last neighborhood. This one's gonna be just over $130 a month, and that you're gonna see a clubhouse, a pool, and a spa, and then of course it's gated. The roads in here are really nice too, driving in.
Yep, beautiful common area maintenance, just a very clean, overall, well-kept community.
And you're still close to everything. I mean, this is just right up from Colonia Verde, where we just were. So you still are close to shopping, dining, entertainment, everything that you need. And Sabino Canyon, right?
Yeah, about 15 minutes away from Sabino Canyon. So, you know, endless walking trails. A lot of running water throughout the year there, snow melts, monsoons.
Yeah.
Everything coming down off the mountains runs through there. Just gorgeous place to get out and enjoy some fresh air, a couple degrees cooler.
Yeah.
Nice place just to, you know, hide in the canyon.
And it's nice if you don't want to walk the full Sabino Canyon Trail. They actually have a tram that runs there too. Usually I think hourly.
Yeah, a few bucks, lots of seats on there, so you can fit like a large group and go cruise up there. Since you're going uphill, that tram can just take you to the top, and you can do like a 3-mile hike. It's almost completely downhill on the way back.
Yeah.
Paved walking trails, dirt walking trails, lots of variety up there. We love Camino Canyon, and I've been there probably 50, 60 times and still haven't explored the whole place.
At least go there every year, at least a couple times. So, but yeah, so for the house today in here, we're talking about, like I said, it was built in 2000. The house is listed at $645,000. It's almost 2,200 square feet, 3-bedroom, a den, and 2.5 bathrooms on that one. So nice north-facing backyard right here. It's been remodeled, but there's also another house in here currently, actually 2 right now that are for sale, and one is at a $525 price point. That's going to be a little on the smaller side, 1,600 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. And then there's a new construction home that's larger, and that one's going to be $800,000. Usually you won't see the new construction. It's not part of that in here, but there is a house that is new construction. So just an idea of what you can get in this subdivision. Let's go ahead over to the next one, which is really special.
Let's go.
All right, so for our last house, we brought you over here into a very special community. A lot of people, when they're looking at Tucson and they're looking at luxury, end up oftentimes in the Catalina foothills. So we're just south of the Catalina foothills right here in a very prestigious, guard-gated community of Tucson Country Club. This is gorgeous, right? Like just driving around in here.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the Northeast premier communities. All the houses in here are like unique, right?
They are.
Great architectural design. Beautiful views throughout the community. Like you can see Mount Lemmon when you're coming straight down the street towards these houses back here.
Yeah.
You have the golf course on the other side of this home right here.
Yeah.
There's so much to love about this neighborhood, and of course things in here are gonna fetch a premium.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about houses in the 900,000 and up into the millions today for this community. So like I said, guard gated. The HOA is right over $130 a month. Now that does not give you access to the private country club, which is one of Arizona's like premier private country clubs.
Yeah,
right?
It's a completely separate entity. So you have a William Bell designed 18-hole golf course. You have heated lap pool with a 90-foot water slide.
Splash pad for the kids. So it's very family friendly and inclusive as well.
Yeah.
They have private like dining areas, banquet halls.
Yep. So yeah, you can have your own little community in there. Pardon the noise, that's just gonna happen sometime.
Yeah.
A little bit of work being done down the road right here.
Yeah, and you'll see like a lot of landscapers we noticed coming in today. It just must be that day. So you'll see like a lot of vegetation in here that's very mature, a lot of big trees and everything. So people keep everything very well manicured in this community. So the house we're going to talk about though, right behind us is listed at $950,000. There's one down the street for $995,000, but this one's going to get you 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom, a den. It was built in 1980, but has been very well maintained and upgraded throughout, and also sitting on about almost half an acre. So just so you have an idea of what you can get in here for this section. Go back in a little further, and some of the ones I noticed on the way in right now too are just at that like 1.1 and up to $1.7 million price point. So you can get in here for the 900,000s, but a lot of them are going to be into the millions. It's
definitely worth checking out some of that driving footage we put in there for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And we will put a link to the country club below as well. So if you have any information, or if you want any information on that, definitely check that out, or feel free to give us a call. If you or anyone you know is thinking about moving to Tucson, Arizona, we would love to help. And if you could, give us a like, subscribe, and tap that notification button. We will keep you updated on the current market here in Tucson, Arizona.
Find our contact information in the description below. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. We'll see you on the next video.